All right, let's have some stream fun going on here. Quick little minute intro while we wait for people to trickle in. We'll just kind of, actually, you know what we'll do? So when you play through the campaign, for those of you who are not aware, and hello to everyone that is tuned in so far, you unlock videos to watch, which is really cool. So while we're waiting, we'll just go ahead and press play on one of these. Actually, yeah, no, we'll go ahead and press play. We'll give it about like 2-3 minutes as people kind of trickle their way in. Let people kind of get the notification and everything. I got codes for UK. I don't know. I'm gonna be buying it through. Steam, so we'll see what happens. So we'll just let this go ahead and click. And chivalry is a fun subject, so.
In 1350,
I'm gonna mute my mic.
What we know as the idyllic French countryside was a living hell. For more than 15 years, the people had suffered at the hands of English invaders. Little did they know that this war would last for another 100 years. But through this crucible of fighting, famine, and plague, there would emerge the modern nation of France. England's King Edward III looked jealously across the English Channel.
That is the video that is the beginning of the campaign. So we're not going to watch that. That's weird. Well, that kind of sucks. Because they made it seem like I've actually never watched it. I thought it was a different video. But that's the actual start of the campaign. So when we start the actual stream, which we're going to do in about 1 minute and 15 seconds, we'll go ahead and press restart mission. Just to kind of give those of you who are in early a little bit of a kind of breakdown of what's going on. We're going to be playing through the single player campaign of the French here today in Age of Empires 4, which just came out. Now, I'm not going to be doing all the campaigns or anything like that. I just figured today, not a lot of people will be playing. Left the server because I had too many I was in. Can I rejoin so I can join the giveaway? I mean, Michael, if you feel like that is morally okay with you. We're going to be playing more quick battles, or not quick battles, multiplayer battles whenever we do stream Age of Empires, but I figure a lot of people won't be doing the campaign, and it'll be fun to see, because the campaign is a lot of fun. The campaign is really cool. But you've got 4 campaigns you can go through. The Normans, which you'll be playing as the English, the French campaign here with the 100 Years' War, the Mongol Empire, which you'll play as the Mongolians, and then the Rise of Moscow, which you'll play as the Kievan Rus. Well, yeah, the Rus. Am I ever going to do a full game of Humankind? Yeah, I've done it, but it's a question. Random trivia. When put on trial, Jean proclaimed that she had never killed a man. Not that any portrayals of her actually care. What do you mean, man? That's not trivia. That is a statement, I think, right? I am confused. Matt, you have never played any of the Empires games? Yeah, man, they are great. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes. How many people we got viewing here? We got about 76 or so. I'm sure that number will just kind of go up over time. So let's go ahead and press this button. We're going to restart this mission. I've only done the first mission of the 100 Years' War. The second one is the Siege of Paris, and it is pretty brutal. I have seen the new Dune movie, and it is great. I have not been able to finally play D&D. I wanted to, but then the pandemic happened. So let's go ahead and press restart. I'm going to mute my mic. In fact, I'm going to shut off my webcam so you guys can enjoy this. History Channel style. So we'll be right back as we go ahead and roll through this. That scared the crap out of me. I was not expecting that. James, welcome to the channel. Thank you for becoming a member, brother. Appreciate it, my dude. Appreciate it very much. It makes me happy. Let's go ahead and press the button.
In 1350, what we know as the idyllic French countryside was a living hell. For more than 15 years, the people had suffered at the hands of English invaders. Little did they know that this war would last for another 100 years. But through this crucible of fighting, famine, and plague, there would emerge the modern nation of France. England's King Edward III looked jealously across the English Channel. Wanting France for his own, he had added the fleur-de-lis, the symbol of France, to his own royal standard. This was an all-out declaration of war. And in 1337, he invaded. But France already had a king, Philippe VI. As the English burned their way across the land, Philippe's army and his legendary knights marched to meet them, and came face to face with the English longbow. A simple weapon, but the most devastating the knights had ever faced. The heroes of France fell to storms of English arrows. The war engulfed the French countryside. By 1351, the conflict was focused on Brittany. One fight stands out as a spectacular display of chivalry, and a symbol of the wider conflict between the two enemy nations. The Combat of the 30 is still commemorated here in Brittany. It was a dispute between two local families. Supported by the opposing sides in the war, the French and English commanders decided to settle it through a trial of knightly combat. Each side would choose 30 champions to fight on neutral ground. France prepared to defend itself against England's finest.
Okay, so we have ourselves the combat of the 30 here in 1351, which kind of sets us up here in a pretty cool little way. Before we get started, as always, guys, I got a sponsor, and that's sweet. You know that's sweet. That's why I'm going to go ahead and press this little button. So make sure if you want to take part in any of this Sneak Energy, you head on over to sneakenergy.com and purchase some if you wish. I don't have to drink every time I talk about it. I just hadn't drank any, and I've been hankering to drink some. So I was like, ooh, this is a good time. So, as a bit of a historical context here, when it comes to France, and it comes to France in the bigger picture, and a lot of people kind of look at what's the modern trope nowadays, right? Like, oh, the French only know how to flee and blah, 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 blah. Well, that is not the case. France has the best military record in history. They have, for a long time, they had almost zero losses, goose egg. They have the least amount of losses actually in military history. And if you are a proud patriotic American, which I think almost every American says they are, you know, they're like, I'm American, goddamn right, I like my French fries. But we owe our country to the French. The ideals that created America were a symptom of the, not the Age of Enlightenment, because that would not necessarily be 100% correct, but a lot of the ideas of liberty that were coming out of France, and they were transposing back and forth through a lot of letters and a lot of conversations with aristocrats. And what you have to really understand too is America, or the colonies at the time, had absolutely no real standing navy, no real standing army, nothing, right? It was a handful of militia and some standard regiments and like a boat. So we owe everything to France because they were able to blockade the British, enabling it so that they couldn't even come and assist the Americans, or their British counterparts in the what's it called, the colonies. And they sent us a whole bunch of artillery, ammunition, uniforms, everything. So France has an extremely proud military history, and I think in the last century or so, it's been kind of talked down or tarnished in a couple ways as far as like the overall viewpoint of it, right? When you look at like World War II, but World War I was no easy time for both the French and the British, and it's hard to kind of look at it from an American perspective and say, well, they didn't do much in those wars. Yeah, because they had completely exhausted their entire nation for X amount of years during World War I. So it's a really, really, really interesting kind of juxtaposition of history now versus history then, and how France has got this really awesome lauded history versus now. Let's go ahead and press play. Julac? I don't know how to pronounce it.
The French peasantry, Sir Jean de Beaumanoir sent a
Roberto Raff. None of that. None of that. Don't be an asshole.
30 champions on each side would compete in a tournament for final claim to Brittany. With the battleground of the halfway oak agreed upon, Sir Jean set out to gather support from local knights.
Okay, so if you've never played a campaign in
and was expected to protect the local peasantry and ensure peace.
Age of Empires, it's okay, Roberto. I understand. As long as I knew you were joking. Some people are not. They're like overly aggressive about those comments, and I'm like, unnecessary. But I'll allow it. Most of the campaign is a series of is really a series of really strong objectives. Where's the fucking wolves? I can hear them going wild over here. A series of objectives. I'm sitting here reading chat and doing this. A series of objectives you have to complete. Oh, here they are. So it's hard to really kind of do. Yeah, you know, hey, you run past some wolves, I kill some villagers. What's the problem? I was reading chat when I was running around. What's up, Sam? How are you, dude?
Held for sport and glory.
So you get some cool, unique abilities here in campaign. Like this guy here, who can increase attack speed. This dude can heal if I so wish. So a lot of cool things. I get it. Yeah, I know it wants me to press the button, but I'm going to wait till we get into combat. And if, again, this is your first time playing, what's cool, too, is that all of these characters, or I'm sorry, all Cav in the game has got two kind of weapon profiles. It has a lance that it'll basically use as a charge bonus, and then after it breaks that lance, you switch back into a melee weapon, which is pretty cool. How long is the campaign? Well, about every mission is something like 15-20 minutes, and I don't know how many missions are per campaign. Guy de Rochefort. So we'll go ahead and do this, actually. Just press these buttons and it just kind of boosts everyone up. I'm healing my guys. I'm increasing their attack speed, everything. Let's go ahead and bring our spearmen over. Oh no. No. Oh, I forgot to put them in a group. That's why they're all dying. I'm like, why isn't everyone listening to me? Needs more Grail Knights. Star Wars Battlegrounds, that would be an amazing little ditty right there, man.
Defeated the English raiders, and Sir Guy de Rochefort joined Sir Jean's party.
Are they going to add gazillions of factions? Of course. I mean, they always do. I can't wait for them to actually add more factions, to be honest. Yeah, Jean is later. Jean d'Arc will be later. You guys can hear everything, right? Really well? I mean, for me, the sound's kind of loud, so I want to make sure it sounds good for you. Yeah, sure. This is actually as close as I can get.
Geoffroy de Bois, detachment of English longbowmen. The knights would use the great speed of their war horses to charge the archers and overwhelm them.
Losing these spearmen left and right. Why does it sound like commentators at a baseball game when they fight? What do you mean?
The English longbowmen fell, but the French knights knew the enemy would attempt to retake the
MPMD.
and steeled themselves for
my fight coach, who taught me how to fight with rapier and broadsword, that certified me. His name was Derek. Longbow good versus light infantry. Yes, they get a bonus against light infantry, Revenger. Yes, I know we can all charge. Oh, more plays, more dates. Yeah, I've got his pre-workout, man. Yeah, we're getting cut up. I've been paying way too much attention to chat. Needs more paladins. Amongst other things, man. Yeah, I've got... Are you talking about Gorilla Mind, Roberto? I have a Gorilla Mind. Yes, Guinness, they have somewhat of a charge bonus. Kind of different. Man, that's actually... We're not in good shape. I've lost way too much. This next fight is not going to be fun. So, if you hover over them, it says they've got a lance. Once they break that lance, they pull out a melee weapon. These yellow lights denotes that it... Where'd the other guy go? Oh, that's not good. We lost... we lost like the strongest guy, Olivier RL. He's a healer. So, I should stop paying attention to chat. Usually you can just heal him back up, but... No, I'm good, Roberto. I use sneak energy. I like it more. How's the game? I love it, Andre. Absolutely, Sam. Thanks for watching, man.
Looking to secure his honor, a young knight held his ground on a bridge in Sir Jean's path.
Because unfortunately, like that, the dude who died is really strong. Like I said, he's the healer, so whoops. Mess that up.
Honorably conceding defeat in the duel, Sir Yves Charel joined the cause.
I mean, I love it. Like, a lot of people are like, it looks like a mobile game. I'm like, it looks nothing like a mobile game. You're high. People are like, the graphics look terrible. I'm like, they do not look terrible. Some dude was like, it looks like 2001. Like, this is also not true. You have lied to yourself for the last time.
So Jean entered
Challenging a man to a duel on a horse on a bridge.
Prepared to choose which knights would join him in battle.
Well, that's going to make things a little more difficult, but not really that big of a deal.
Each knight would be accompanied by squires, young nobles in training to become knights themselves.
So they have got horsemen, men-at-arms, and knights. So we're going to want some spearmen. We're going to want, what is this? Guy gives us 5 men-at-arms and 4 spearmen. Let's do... We get 2 champions. Well, no matter what, we're getting the spearmen. 9 men-at-arms. And... I mean, the Royal Knights will be good. The Horsemen aren't going to be terribly huge here. Yeah? Yeah, you hungry, little buddy? My roommate's cats are just like, you better fucking feel me. Feed me. Feed me. There's still Woololo. The Woololo is now in an area of effect, Sam. It's no longer 1 unit at a time. It's really cool. So men-at-arms, so to give you guys an idea, someone's asking like about how this works. So horsemen counter archers, then the horsemen are countered by spearmen, because this guy here, it says +9 to cav. So do 19 damage to cavalry. Hold on. They do damage to cavalry, so you would use the spearmen to kill horsemen and knights. Knights can kill men-at-arms just because they can outlast them over time. So we're gonna go with... We'll just do... I think we'll do that. That sounds fun. I forgot that there's other stuff later, but...
So Jean had selected his champions. As the sun rose, the 2 sides entered the arena, ready for the first round of combat.
Is that underwear or shorts? It's shorts, man. I'm from Southern California, so I have a lot of stupid stuff. And they're going to absorb that charge just like that. They brace their spears.
The French were at a disadvantage following the first round, but they would use the break to strengthen their forces.
Yeah, holy crap, we killed like nothing. So you use the spearmen to basically absorb the cav charge, which just did not work. I'm not gonna lie, guys. We will probably lose this fight. We are definitely going to lose this fight.
Refreshed and reinvigorated, the French knights returned to the arena for another round of combat.
Yeah, you definitely have to micro afterwards, but this is the first time I've played and watched and having to read chat, so... Nope, can't get out of that. One thing I kind of don't like is that, so when you play like Warcraft or Starcraft, you can hold down Alt. It allows you to see all your units' health. You can't do that here. We won!
Triumphant, Sir Jean de Beaumanoir
this is early
and his
1300s,
loyal
Sam.
knights claimed victory.
Sanson, how are you doing, man?
The combat of the 30 had decided control of Brittany in favor of the French. Little did the two sides know, this was just the beginning of a bitter war that would outlive them all.
So, well, it's going to go into it. Let's let it start. We're going to go into our next one here. So let this roll.
After victory at the combat of the 30, the French faced devastating raids from England's Black Prince. But France's King John II was closing in. Jean finally caught the English near the city of Poitiers in September 1356. The French army outnumbered the English by thousands. King Jean himself joined the fight, but what seemed a certain victory for France soon turned into a nightmare. The English longbow devastated the mighty French army. An endless hail of arrows gutted the main French force. Then the English captured King Jean. The fight was over. The Battle of Poitiers was another catastrophic defeat for the French. The English had destroyed most of France's nobility in a single day. Now they turned their attention towards taking the French capital, Paris. The invaders marched unopposed towards Paris. The remains of some of the medieval walls of Paris still stand today. As the English army approached, the terrified locals sought shelter behind these defenses. Could France's capital withstand the full might of the Black Prince's army?
Alrighty. I'm trying to think of a specific character that I think is active in this time, and I want to make sure I'm right before I talk about it. Go. Well, either way. So what's kind of important, it kind of illustrates at the beginning of this, is that this is, of course, the beginning of the 100 Years' War, right? 1350 to 1450. And I don't know what king it showed at the beginning. I wasn't paying attention. But you basically start to get, around now, the Black Prince of Wales was active, from what I can remember. I think it was like 1343 up until the mid to late 60s. 1960s. He was running around in his car playing chicken in the movie Grease. No, in the mid to late 1360s. And these guys would the English were kicking the shit out of the French. They had completely taken Aquitaine. They had taken so much territory from the French, and when you take a look at Edward III, who is the Black Prince's father, the combination of these two were just so strong, and they were such a strong opposition against the French. And it really wasn't until the Black Prince of Wales dies, and then his father dies, and then the I don't think it's Edward IV that takes over. I think it's actually John. I can't remember. Both of them are not, or the gentleman who takes over for Edward III is just not a very competent leader. And the French, while they have like a boy king, he still is like an extremely competent leader by comparison. So it's really not until that point in the 100 Years' War that things kind of start to change a little bit. But the English really controlled and destroyed the majority of France. They were just raiding nonstop. It was pretty brutal.
Countryside without mercy. And now his army had come for the capital. With the English on their doorstep, it fell to the French army and the people of Paris to defend the walls of their proud city.
So I've paused it real quick. So I'm going to focus, unfortunately, on the game for this one because this part is really hard. Thank you, Tony. Yeah, so Edward III is a badass. Edward II, not so much. Deposed, in fact. Richard II came after Edward III. Thank you, Andy. Yeah, the son of the Black Prince. Yeah, I couldn't remember his... That's actually what I was trying to look up. But this part, so everything in the campaign up to this point is actually pretty... Not necessarily easy, but the halfway through the Norman campaign, it's pretty easy. You play the first mission of the French campaign, you can see it's pretty much just get the guys, do the thing. Now, you're on a timer for this part. You have to set up the defenses of the siege of Paris. And I might actually do a video on this separately. And you have like a minute and a half to do it. So you have to pretty much set things up as much as you can. I lost this the first time I did it. And I'm probably going to lose it again. We'll find out because it's not necessarily, you're not really equipped properly to do much in this initial portion. So we'll see how it goes, but let's have some fun. Again, I'm just going to focus really hard on the game right now. So give me a sec. Where's my...
Hoping to avoid open battle, the French began fortifying the city, manning the walls and calling every available soldier to his post.
Nope. Nope. No. There we go. So I just use Control-Shift-V to bring every single peasant into the walls. But I need to keep some of them on stuff because I have got like no means of gathering stuff. Okay, so we're doing this. Build some more farms over here. Hey, look. Boys just hanging out here. How cute. Go do that. We just gotta focus on a ton of
burning their way to Paris via 3 routes, each of which was home to villages and farms that supplied the capital.
Pretty much you just gotta let the whole outside just get completely torn apart while we build this action up. First, I think.
Besogne à faire.
We want to get a springald in each one of these towers because we're going to be dealing with trebuchets, so we need some long range. I've got 15. Oh, okay. These guys. So you guys are going to go make another one right here. That. You, though. Build out the barn.
Un besoin. Giovanni Basti.
Oh, me faut trahir. Alors, fatigue s'essuie.
Oh, me faut trahir. Donc, ce qu'il y a. Que
Oh,
faut-il
yes,
donc?
très ordonnable.
Un besoin.
Un besoin.
Ça reste belle manière.
You can see it's going to start getting pretty hog wild here soon. Uh-oh.
As the French continued to rally their army, the English took the last of the surrounding villages and had almost encircled Paris.
Compagnon, reste pour la besogne.
Oh, me faut trahir.
With the countryside in flames and the English at the city gates, the French armies steeled themselves for battle. Now came the capital's true test, with the mighty walls of Paris holed against a fearsome English siege.
Yeah, so this is just not fun. This is brutal.
The Parisian Guard raised the alarm as the English began their first assault on the city walls.
So west. Now we're pretty much out of stone, so I can make
Besogne à faire. Je vais raparier ce manoir.
Heil, Messieurs des Mouettes! Anans, Preis, Jets, Britney,
The French army fought valiantly, repelling the first English attack.
Soigne à faire.
Bayets moins besoin. Lors bâtis de...
Oyez, advertance, advertance, tout le monde.
Oh, man. So, it pretty much is just going to come in waves, and then eventually they'll stack up all in one, and it's kind of like a shit show. And it just becomes like a constant game of like trying to manage what's happening.
Manuel assouvi. Belle advertance de ce monde.
Alright, so the right one's happening now. It's a good thing I already placed men over here. The nice thing is that we have enough to just continuously make more men. So we're going to actually make some knights here. Just to have like a little sortie party. Little sortie party. Uh-oh. Come fix this, come fix this. No, I fucked up. Oh, can we fix it in time? Oh, I think we just were able to stabilize it. And you just kind of send your knights as soon as you can. You kind of do a little sortie there. We're out of gold, are we? No, we have another thing we can do down here. We're gonna put another like contingency of dudes over here. Oh! It's those battering rams you gotta watch out for. They're just so strong. But that burning oil is such a huge upgrade because it allows your units to just kind of like take things a little bit more by storm. Okay, let's get these guys over here.
Que faut-il donc besoigner? Oyez les ordonnances.
Nothing like a horse on a gate to make total sense. So these will stay here.
The French defense of their capital held firm, wearing down the English invaders one by one.
commandement.
Hey, look at that. Oh, I thought that guy was just running out there. I was like, dude, someone's running out there?
Compagnon.
Okay.
Gensdarm, post. Gensdarms. Nos de guerre. Chasse comme vos place. Dicte.
Attendez, incontinent.
Comme vos place.
Woo! Yeah, if they're attack all at once, I just have nothing to hit all the angles.
Well, est si obéisse Dieu. Compagnon. Reste.
You're right, Sam. I'm just antsy. Alright, so they have a counterweight trebuchet, which means that I'm going to have to basically get out there and go shut it down. Oh! Yes, Tom, I can build monks, I just haven't. There we go.
Oyez, tout le monde. Giovanni Bastir. Accordez.
Attendez, les commandements.
Holy crap.
Que faut-il donc besoigner? Messieurs de bois. On me fa au trail. Oyez les ordonnances.
This is the Siege of Paris, Roy.
Compagnon. Moult avant. Avant. Orbelestière. Les jets voués vers notre porte. Gensdarms. Oyez.
Attendez, votre yetz pose à moi.
Oyez, tout le monde. Bien me...
Oil, messieurs des mouets.
Advertence, tout le monde.
Veitch, mec ton snooze à la voix bien brillamment. Un coup stress vous.
Besoigne à faire. Si vetch all chance.
That sounds like all angles. No, just top, just left and... So you can see how much that burning oil really like just kind of changes things dramatically, right? God. Oh no! That was close. That was super close.
Oh, jetzt, tout le monde. Là, c'est moi, attendez les commandements, manans.
Oh, jetzt les ordonnances.
Besoin de nos attentes, manans. Si vais exploiteur.
GSkills en
Oh, jetzt les ordonnances.
You prepare. Oh, insufficient. Fuck. Insufficient. Fuck.
Manans, manans. Bien, bien. Oh, jetzt les ordonnances. Bien, oye. Rappareillement en train.
Infantry can, depending on the faction. So they can make battering rams and siege towers, but other factions can make like actual walls and stuff like that if it's a New Delhi, stuff like that.
Advertence, tout le monde. Et comprends.
Bien savait.
Oh, jetzt, tout le
J'exploite les réparements.
Advertence, tout le monde. Pouvons savoir, mestier de bois. Oh, jetzt, tout le monde. Bien, oye. Que faut y 13 sens nul arrêt.
Besoin d'y faire. En besoin.
Oh my god, these brave little villagers.
Ever more desperate, as their ranks thinned and their hopes of victory faded.
Oh, jetzt, les ordonnances. J'exploite les réparties de votre silence.
Eee!
Manance, offrance d'or. Rappareillement en train. Baillez-moi besoin.
Lance devance nos salaires.
Yeah, I don't. You have to have a relic to do the Wololo, right? So because I don't have that, I unfortunately cannot just convert everyone, or else that'd be, dude, that'd be so clutch. Oh! Oh no!
Although the walls of
Oh no!
the French could still hold the city, so long as its mighty landmarks did not.
Where the
fall.
fuck are these crossbowmen? I just could not get over here. Well, that sucks.
Si le ferait tantôt.
Oyez, les ordonnances.
Chacune and sa place.
Christ, man. It's a three-way. Christ, man, all these fucking battering rams just coming at me. They're in the city! Alright, I need to do... I can't build like a mill anywhere, any reliable anywhere. This is it. This is finally it. God damn. Whew. That's wild, man. God damn. That was really rough. That was really rough. Yeah, I just saw the left, the top left.
Demoralized by the strength of the French defense, the Black Prince's army abandoned their siege of the capital. Paris celebrated victory,
So if you do that for yourself,
but this was not the
the
last
big
test
thing
the French would face
is
in their struggle to
making
win.
sure that you make springolds on your towers, because that was what was really helping, and burning oil. Those two things in conjunction meant that everything that attacked the walls was already at like 50 or 60% health, including battering rams. Like that was not particularly easy. God damn, man. Oh, I wonder how this video is on plate armor. We can watch it together as a team, or we can keep going. But I imagine it, because plate armor at the time was pretty... So this is the 1300s, right? Oh, Borticali, I did have those, the cav, but they just kept getting wrecked by their back line of archers and spearmen. Every time I'd sort it out to go and like kill them, they would just completely butcher them. But video? Okay, we can do the video. But so this is the 14th century, right? So 1360, late 1360. So plate armor at the time had become very advanced. It's not until like the 15th century, the 1400s, that you get full levels of plate armor that completely cover the body. You'll get the double breastplate that allows them to deflect crossbow and bullets from actual, you know, makeshift guns at the time. And at that time, you know, it was considered chivalrous to not necessarily kill a noble. More often than not, if you were to fight another knight, you'd incapacitate them, ransom them, take their armor because it's worth a significant amount, and you could make a lot of money for your nation by ransoming them. Ransoming nobles back and forth was oftentimes how a lot of the Western European nations would bankroll a lot of their wars. So let's go ahead and press that button. Oh, this already looks good.
The battlefields of the 100 Years' War were full of danger. To defend against these weapons, a new type of armor was developed. Plate armor.
Plate armor clad the knight in an articulating exoskeleton of hardened steel.
Oh man, this guy's amazing!
A hard outer shell that still flexes and moves with the body.
It provided impressive protection and was an extraordinary technological achievement.
Now, one of the ways that armor gets its strength is through shape. Both of these pieces are made out the exact same thickness as steel, but I can show you there's one stronger than the other. Here's the one with no shape. You see it buckles immediately. If I swap it for one that's been forged to have strength and shape, you can see
yeah,
it's
you
much
forged
stronger.
and strengthened
It's
it.
nowhere.
It wasn't just the shape that gave it strength. It was also how the metal was treated by the armorer.
Now, the benefits of using heat is it obviously makes the piece more plastic, more ductile, lets me shape it. But the fuel also adds layers of carbon into the outer surface. This helps me increase the hardness and strength of the material.
The art of the armorer was being able to judge the temperature of the metal by eye, managing the heat to create resilience in the metal. The combination of heat-treated metal and rigid shapes meant that armor didn't need to be so thick and heavy, making it much easier to fight in. But good quality plate armor did have its downside. It was very expensive.
Now, not everyone could afford full steel plate armor. For the common man, there is the brigandine. Now, these are made up of overlapping steel plates that are then riveted through a textile outer. This gives you a much bigger range of movement, but is limited and is not as strong as a full steel breastplate. That said, it is much cheaper and much easier to maintain.
At its best, the armored knight was invincible. But armor didn't just provide defense. It was also a weapon and an expression of a knight's power and prestige. Armor transformed its wearer into a work of art.
That's sick as fuck. So another cool thing about plate armor is that no, it's in that age it would have been steel major, a different steel than what we know it as to be today, but that would have been steel. And plate armor was thick in the center, and as it went down towards the flanges, right, or towards your sides, it would get thinner. And for the most part, armor was extremely effective. A lot of the times you watch a movie and plate armor gets cut through like butter with a sword, and that is definitely not the case. It wasn't nearly all that armor late 15th century. Yeah, I would definitely I think so. Looking at the army in the little thumbnail, it's probably later 15th century for sure. But brigandine was pretty unique in that basically an army would take just a whole chest of those little plates, and they could just quickly swap them out. So our brigandine was also used a lot by the Mongolians because it was quickly swapped out and easy to maintain for a large force. And the interesting thing too about armor is that a sword doesn't work very well against armor. It works well against a gambeson, but if you're slashing against chainmail, not going to do great. What works against armor is blunt force trauma. So yeah, of course you see a mace working all the time, and even in video games, right? But is that not cast iron? If you were to swing at someone with a claymore and they have full plate armor on, you might be able to dent the armor, but more importantly, underneath that armor is a fleshy sack called a human. And if you got hit in the chest with a sword or an axe by chainmail, you would break and pulverize all the flesh underneath. So that's why you usually have plate mail over chainmail over gambesons, or plate mail over a gambeson, a lot of padding to absorb all of this blunt force trauma.
The walls of Paris held out against the English onslaught. England's King Edward and the Black Prince abandoned the siege. They marched towards Chartres to try their luck at conquering a less formidable target. But before they could attack, a violent storm hit the army. Killing 1,000 English soldiers in a tempest of hail and freezing winds. To Edward, this Black Monday disaster seemed like divine retribution. A sign that it was time to stop waging war and make peace with France's King Jean. But even as peace between kings was reached, the people of France were still living in bloodshed and turmoil.
If I said discorder, I'm like, that's not a word.
Between 1358 and 1370, France was in chaos. Peasant uprisings, rampaging bands of mercenaries, and civil war ravaged the country. Peasants rose in rebellion, killing their lords and wreaking havoc. Mercenary bands also roamed the land. Known as routiers, they had once been hired by the English to fight against the French, but were cut loose when peace was reached. They systematically ravaged and pillaged towns across France. And with King Jean prisoner in England, his son Charles the Dauphin faced homegrown attacks on his rule by powerful French lords, beset from all sides. The Dauphin's forces had to regain control over their own country.
The Dauphin, such a fancy ass name. It's really kind of funny too. You think about the amount of British history that has either gone for or against them as a subject of storms. You just saw that storm right there. You see the what is it? It's the Crisps. Is it Battle of Graveline? That the Spanish fleet gets racked by a storm before they fight the British, and they almost run aground on in Denmark or wherever. But that's another storm that helps determine British fate. The War of 1812, which is the true war of independence for the 13 colonies, which people don't... It's like barely ever taught in American schools, and I'm American, that weird, right? But the War of 1812 is Waterloo. Waterloo's another good one. But the War of 1812 is truly the war where the British went, okay, now that we've dealt with this guy Napoleon, let's go take our colonies back. Because 1776, they were still dealing with French aggression. They had to deal with a bunch of stuff internally before they could even come back to mount a true offense to retake the colonies. So 1812 is when they said, okay, things have calmed down. Let's go get those wayward colonies back. And if there wasn't for a freak storm that happened right after they burned the White House, Britain's force would have probably retaken the colonies. It's a pretty crazy little ordeal. Agincourt is another really good one.
Having only recently been crowned King of France, Charles V dispatched his army to the French-held village of EVGA to forge order from chaos.
Okay, we're gonna Give me 2 seconds, guys. I gotta feed the cats. They are howling outside. Just give me 1 second.
Bands of roving mercenaries harrying the countryside, a peasant uprising, and attacks from a rival for the French crown.
Okay, Cypher.
Navarre.
Thanks for joining in, man. Give me 1 sec. I gotta pee real quick and feed the cats. Okay. So let's see. Recapture Kwasi and Joie? Don't know.
The French army would start by reclaiming the rebel-held villages of Cocherel, Jouy, and Kwasi.
Well, there we go. Now we get to know the name because she just pronounced it perfectly for me, which I could not. Basically, stop these things from burning down by putting someone on them. Then we'll remake the walls too, which will be nice. Who did this? This is just terrible. Oops, oops. It should work for this, for both. Danny DeViets. What's up, Ross? Okay, so let's get these three over there. Let's get
As
you.
the French army struggled to regain control of the countryside, they were struck by a band of English routiers. These mercenaries had been cut loose by the English army and were plundering the countryside in order to make a living.
Si, es fait.
Menacé por nos! Presentez l'enquête! L'enquête s'ouvre en place! Nos menacés!
Si, en course.
Cavallo ici!
The French forces eliminated the routier attack, but more were still raiding the countryside in search of provisions and riches. The routier demanded payment from the French, or they would continue their horrifying raids.
Payment? Eat my dick. Yeah, I thought so too, Tom, but it's not the case, unfortunately.
Labo. Vado Labo.
L'encaisse bene.
Parade pour venir.
Colonnes. Parade c'est France. Parade pour la
Oh,
bourre.
oops. Look at these archers I didn't do anything with, man. I'm just eating that poop today. Wage war for bread and cheese. How dare you? Okay, I don't have any stone or gold about me, so that's something. Yeah, you lose wood because I think it looks at it as okay. You can get wood quickly in the situation you're in, so it just forces like, oh, okay, we'll have some wood. Have some wood. My lifting's been going well, man. I hurt my knee. A couple. Yeah, that's oh no! A couple days back. I mean, months back, and I've been having to rebuild my. Okay, picture attack 1,000 or destroy the English routier's camp 10. That's just kind of hogswoggle. This one over here, huh? You bastards. Man, they just bulldoze through that. Like a baguette right to the knee. Hit me in the cap.
Parade pour la bourrare.
Tuts audite.
Escolte bene. Sito. Monastial pour la materia.
Aten secund mandement. Out.
Tuts ambulance. Sagita in arco. Preparato. Momente sir.
You see bottle holes?
Cavallo ici. Oye, oye. Ambulo. Mondesqued. Parade pour venir. Come sono la cose? Arco parade. Parade, parate, artière. Bene.
Orsi, comprendo.
Man, they're like up my ass. The fires will fire. The towers will fire on their own. If you put people in them and make defensive arrow slits, they can shoot more. I believe it is. I think it adds 3 more slots. I can't remember. We're gonna find out together. Okay, I have enough wood. Okay, let's go ahead and...
Me plaît, quoi, mais?
We're gonna attack them, Roy. I don't have the means to get the gold to bribe them. You sons of bitches, they're just coming right here. Just gonna break a hole in the gate.
Pour la bourrare.
Quoi de la bourre? Thomas aussi, comprendo. Va dans la bourrare.
Parade pour venir. Quito.
Wait, mais...
Okay, so I'm an idiot. You need to put the arrow slits and then they shoot the arrows. God damn. Danny DeVito, I'm gonna be doing it all, man. There's another expansion coming out right for what's it called, so we got plenty of content to come, brother. Don't you worry about it. You shan't be missing any fun content-o. I'm just gonna sacrifice him.
Vado lavorare! Labour Speranza. Cos'è sarà ma sonata? Parate pour lavorare.
Labour Speranza. Come sono le cose?
E ci li manda davanti. Yapek.
Parate, parate, Sergentes.
Yeah, I'm really excited for like the CK3 expansion because I just really want to play another like fun campaign. Like we're doing that one where we retake Rome, and that one's pretty good. It's also pretty fucking wild though too, right?
Preparate, Archimand. L'enquête est bene. Arrière parate. Al contrae,
Speranza Gloria.
Parate, Archers.
Parate Yapek. Monascal pour la materia. Colones, parate c'est prons.
Homens, prepenies. Toutes sont...
Jamais.
Cos'è sarà massonata? Potite. Parazie.
Good lord, man. Okay, now I can hopefully stabilize a little bit more, so we can build an army to take any of these other towns out. Alright, cool. He is over here. There's just militia over here. Okay, so just a lot of light infantry, so we can take care of militia quickly with archers. It's this fancy aura. Runs through lines more, reduces light. Oh, okay, yeah.
Escolte, dames de retournard. Ok.
Archimand, momentesi, Archer. Si. Parade. Vale. Six hommes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Vado laborar.
Colonne Vido, si. C'est comme
Che demande vado ici.
Parate pour laborar. Cos'è sarà ma sonata?
I did watch Dune and it was great, Ares. I loved it.
Lanquier parade. Sagitaina. Lanques paratas. Vade, Lanquiers.
I can't mix any men-at-arms yet until I progress up to the next age, and it won't let me progress up to the next age. But we will, hopefully, soon. Dune was a visual, like, boner, man. It was so fun to watch. no use in throwing my spearmen into a fight that all my archers win, just by association. Okay. What? No, they're talking French. Yeah, part 2, they greenlit part 2, which is awesome, because Dune was a good time. Okay, so let's try and these guys will keep producing, and it'll leave something here while we go take this next city. I don't know how smart it is to take this next city, but I assume it'll help something. This knight shall stand in valiant defense of Evru. It's not? Oh, okay, well, thought it was French.
The village of Poissy, rich in gold deposits, was a crucial town for the French to reclaim.
Oh, that's not good. No! Flee!
Taking the village of Jouy, the French army was closer to stemming the peasant rebellion and regaining control.
Oh my god, man. They just go right for those walls. I don't care. Okay.
The central monastery town of Cocherel would continue to send out rebel attack parties to weaken the French army.
I know that. And they're like up their ante too. Like these guys ain't shabby now. Now they're men at arms. But where the hell is? Oh, those are bushels.
Oh, messieurs. In avant, servientes. Course, une grande course. Oyez, oyez. Cavallo ici. Un boulot. Allez, arquière. Cavallo ici.
Oh, those are people.
Faites d'abord, sitôt.
Pariez être premier.
Yeah, I'm trying to do some of that over here.
Escolte bene.
Nope.
In avant, arquer. Presente l'encaisse. Perfecté. Parate.
Yeah, guys, do make sure you're liking the stream. It always helps out a ton. Okay, what am I doing over here? I need... I mean, it just seems to be like a place for food.
The French army defeated the rebels at Poissy and took control of the gold-rich village. The central monastery town of Cocherel was still under the control of rebel peasants. The French army would have to take it before they could launch an assault on Charles of Navarre.
Ah, Navarre. So that is Spanish occupied. Oh no. So once we get more, what's it called over here? Oh, you should be making one of these, please. Oh no, my peasants, my little peasant people.
In avant, servientes.
Fouet de labour.
Ecce li mandement. Cos'è sera massonata? L'encaisse paratas. Odite, si est. Est lo azul.
Crisps thinks he studies ancient history. He's a liar. Guys, don't worry about it. He's not the historian he thinks he is.
Parates ambulance.
Okay, so we have a pretty good army now to kind of go push against them over there. And we shall, and we're going to make a bunch of these first before we do. That way we've got some good roads. Well, I'm actually going to take some of these and just send them up to here. Over there. My student dead says otherwise.
Quid labour? Resti, toi. Parat pour labourar. Cos'è sera massona?
Oh, mais moment pas des archères.
Okay, so we're in pretty good shape here. Dragon, what's up, man? I mean, yeah, ideally you'd probably want like spring Alden placements, but that wasn't going to be happening here today. No, 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 get inside of it. Oh! What difficulty? It's just intermediate. Oh, dude, hot girls and boys video chat. Let's get it down, guys.
Vado laborar. Buon labour. Labour speranza. Vado laborar.
Parate, Massals, in avant.
Labour speranza. Quid me?
L'enquête. Obedio. L'enquête soproioxa. Parate, sin audience. Pochettiste, sin retorna.
Benefect.
Che demandes? Ambulo. Presente l'enquête. Momentesi, archière. Perfecte. Pas des archières.
En linea, equites.
Parier. Parate, argenier.
Hey, thank you very much, Paris. I'm good, brother. How are you, man?
Labour movenskito.
Cavalamus, equites. Equites, kite. Quod mandament.
Quid labour. Io ma sono la cosa.
Parier, comprendo. Parier, être préparé, l'enquête.
Si, comprendo. Equites, kite.
How you been doing, brother? You been holding up all right?
The French discovered the Routier hidden camp and could put an end to the English raids if they could destroy the camp.
Holy crap, they just have more and more and more. Darkest Dungeon 2, man, it is so good. I'm loving it. I'll get out of there. They really pushed hard there.
Parate, Vénies, Servientes. Audit, yes.
Want some pizza? I haven't had pizza in so long, dude.
Mandesquet. Labour, 600 mètres.
Escolte bene. Movamos, valetus.
Preparate, Ambula. Presente l'enquête. Vale.
Equites.
L'enquête, presente l'enquête. Parates, Servientes. L'enquête, parata. Preparate, momentesi, arquière. Parier, parade, obedio. Parate, momentesi, arquière. L'enquête, sopra. L'enquête, paratas. Vade.
Equites attendent ici.
Sagita in arco.
I'm not related to this game, but do you think we might get a mechanic for Nurgle like Khorne's spawned army, but instead they spawn from casualties inflicted through plagues you spread? I mean, I could see it. I could absolutely see it.
Toutes audités.
Quid me, cose sera ma sonata.
Okay, let's go finish off this stupid camp.
Vade, arquière. Parade, presente l'enquête. Pace. Momentesi. Parier,
Linea, obeio.
Félicite Béat. L'enquête supérieur sigue. Paradina.
Assals in avant. En linea equites. Si.
L'enquête prépare arquière. L'enquête écoute. Momentesi arquière.
En linea secund.
Presasi. Sito.
It's cool, like, the more that there are, like, the louder the army is. I feel oppressing the people. Well, I mean, they're rebels, so it feels right. I assume we get something that advances us up to the next stage, because we're going to really need men-at-arms. Is it? How many views, how many likes we got? Where are we at, bros? Is this really still happening over here? You too, Hugh. Have a good one, brother. I mean, I could have just paid them off, really. But that just wasn't going to happen.
With the Routier camp destroyed, mercenary attacks were no longer a threat.
Tuts audite. Con me. Ascolte bene. Con me.
All right, Paris. Thanks for jumping in, man. Always good to see you, brother. Thank you very much, too, for the donation, man. That's 2 massive donations from Big Daddy Paris. Thank you, brother. Oh, shit. Thank you very much for liking the stream, guys. I can't tell you how much it helps out. Because, trust me, it really does.
Thank you for the donation.
Exit, 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 exit. Might as well get some more archers here. We got our little outposts. Look how fancy they are with their nice little... Every single faction's got different like outposts and everything, just like in Age of Empires 2, right? But it looks cool. I like it a lot. Yeah, this competition for the giveaway. Alright, so we got those in. Did he just say beignets? I'm pretty sure he did. I've got 70 archers. Well, that should bode well, I suppose, for me. I can't even, like, what's the point of having that relic there? So let's kind of recapture. Okay, so I see what you're going. What's up, Shrogs? I'm loving it, dude. I am loving it. Welcome to the channel, brother. Alright, let's just push into this town over here now. Yeah, we'll do a Darkest Dungeon stream probably Saturday and Sunday if I'm feeling frisky. What's up, Chris Pilk? How you doing, brother? No, you have not missed the giveaway. I'm probably just going to give away 1 key because I wasn't like given any from them, so I going out of my own pocket. On a scale from 1 to Total Warhammer, how much do I like the game? Dude, I am so burnt out on Total Warhammer that I love it way more than Total Warhammer right now. Total Warhammer 3, totally different story. I uninstalled Total Warhammer 2, and I can't tell you how great it felt. Like, I've been playing that game so much over the last couple of years. So it feels good to just kind of like All right, clean slate. Let's wait for Warhammer 3 to come out, and we'll hit that like really hard. But Warhammer 2 is just, dude. I've been playing it so much, every day for the last what? Like, oh my god, another attack for the last 4 years, 5 years. The sieges are actually better than Warhammer. Total War Warhammer, yeah. Yeah, guys, do make sure you're joining the Discord. Come have fun with the crew. We got a group of bros in the disco. You attacked my walls at an awkward angle. I shall now do the same. The 70 archers just going hog wild over here.
The French army took control of the rebel villages, and the peasant uprising was subdued.
God. It happened. We did it. Good lord.
But to keep control over the region, they would need to defend its center of influence, the monastery at Cocherel. Northeast of Cocherel, Charles of Navarre's army had established a fortified camp. The King of Navarre sought to make himself ruler of France as well. He intended to press his claim by destroying the newly arrived royal forces.
I made it to age 4, but I have no idea how to get siege units. You have to build a siege workshop. Mountain Blade's actually in a great position right now. It's a better place than it was a couple months back, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and finish off this. And this progresses us up to this age, which is nice. I'm gonna make another one here. What is this? Well, Institute, even better.
Lance sur feu. Oh, il Trident besonders von Inkontinent. Corail entière. À la chaise, le d'Alphantière.
Ça est belle manoeuvre.
Corail l'entière. En ordre. Archivalière. À la sonne chevalière. Voyez la sonne chevalière.
Besogne à faire?
Obeleste pareil.
Lors Batige s'essuie. Que faut-il donc besoin? En besoin.
Oil, mestière de moi.
Is there another staple around here? I see one not. Hey, Rowinger, thank you very much, man. Rowinger dropping some of that love here.
Avant au belestière.
Tres tous sommes à la sonne, chevalier. Avant, sommes en Trident en Motherboard.
Besogne à faire? Oui, y vais donc. Oh yeah, it's tous le monde.
I've got enough gold and everything, so I should be good there.
Thank you for the donation.
En besoin. Advertence. Oh yeah, les ordonnances. Béquière, mériens. Oh yeah, les ordonnances.
Lancière! Gardez-vous! Vive tout
Courage lancière.
En or, ayez sa tour de guerriers. Ça, Yotiens Montier.
Archère, allons brillement.
Compagnon, ben ici, laisse.
Oh,
Oui,
me
à
foul
part
fight. Oil, mestière de moi. Que faut-il donc besoigner?
Pour vous servir. L'automne bacille demeurait.
I'm just gonna clear some way here and make a fucking keep. I don't need any more than 13,000 food.
Baillez-moi.
Advertance de monde.
Lors Batige. Manance, offrance donc. Besoigne nos attentes, Manance.
Que faut-il donc besoin?
Une sanglantade. Quel est votre plaisir?
Dictus vos commandements.
Obeleste pareil. Obeleste, je gagne mon gage. Bien, Stivey.
Tres avant, mes seigneurs. À la sonne, chevalier.
No, I can't build it on top of the bridge. That'd be awesome though, Pilk.
Ben ici,
Retrayette, vos appoints.
presse pour une sang. Aveillez votre chef. Well.
Apertisez votre courage, compagnon. Quand je commande, avant.
Nos soyons. Mettons nous en la
Lancière, Enon.
bonne besogne edge-fect.
There's a killing field of arrows.
Manuel a suivi. Belle œuvre.
L'heure est de besoin. Hachet Besfos. Nos salons.
Besoin. Itrège sens nul
I don't think there's any more
Si, comme volet.
reason to harvest anything else on the map, so let's just kind of build up and do it.
Lancière, en place.
Oil, mestière de moi. Oh yes, tous le monde.
Soyez avant, compagnon.
It's killing peasants in droves over here.
Oyez les ordonnances. Advertance tout le monde.
Lancière, un ordre. Au passe, compagnon. Yotiens, mon siège.
Chris, that's awesome to hear, man. Glad I could help you out, my bro. I know it's a difficult game to kind of wrap your brain around initially, but it is quite good once you get going. Okay, so we should be just about good to go once we finish off all these. I think we'll actually have them just go right here.
Que faut-il donc besoigner? Oyez tous le monde.
Just freeing up more stuff from more units because I definitely don't need any more resources at all. Period. Oh my fuck.
Oyez tous le monde.
Lancière, gardez. Ayez sa tour de guerrière. Archer, demeurez. Compagnon, lance. A chest bien. Lancière, un ordre.
Chascuns, en s'appelait.
En besoin. Me faut trahir.
War of the Ring, man. Old school, man. Old school. Yeah, this is the intermediate, so just medium. Intermediate, like, if you're not particularly good at Age of Empires, which I'm not quite yet. I was spending a lot of time learning the game rather than, like, actually, like min-maxing a bunch of stuff. It's probably the easiest way to break into it. Because it will overwhelm you, but it won't overwhelm you to the point where you won't be able to get it, which is good. Okay, so we're getting these sacred sites because I figured this is some sort of optional... Oh, shit.
Les ordonnances. Doncia Lores.
Lancière, oui, Archer, Lancière, ayez sa tour de guerrière. Ça, à 7 mètres vos, Archer, en la voie.
Acte en vostre service.
Compagnon, envoyez vers notre porte.
Anderson, chevalier, c'est le temps de frontière, mes seigneurs.
Dictez vos commandements, si vous. Dictis vos commandement. Convent en la voie.
Coréour, ça, avant. Bonne besogne de fect.
Slow moving army.
Pour vos servir. Dans ce jouet votre plaisir. Vostre sera.
Okay, so let's get everyone kind of set up here. Full group 1, 2. And 3. Okay, we are all good to go. He's kind of already scouted out this front area a little bit. We can start heading across.
Dicte votre plaisir.
Alright, that's a lot of archers.
Pushing up the hillside,
Oh god!
the French discovered Charles of Navarre's camp. His front line had the
Oh
high
god!
ground and was made up entirely of archers. The French would have to think carefully about how to approach the stronghold.
Watch out! Watch out, father! Just butchered to a man. Holy places give you gold, so if I click on this, oh well, they're supposed to give you gold. So because these are a lot of archers, what we're going to do is we will lead the charge, not with my veteran spearmen, but with my men-at-arms. They are going to be slow and kind of, they're going to take the hail of archer fire better than anyone else. So actually, let's do this first. So we have a charging army. Let everyone get in formation. They'll form a phalanx. Now this will only fight in the first 2 lines. The third one won't fight because they won't have the range. Oh shit! The old flank attack. Now I can use a mangonel, and that'll kind of just decimate the enemy pretty hard.
Je vais rappareiller ce manoir. Rappareillement en train. Oh, me fa au trail.
Oractondos ordonnance. Oyez les ordonnances.
En besoin. Oh, que faut-il donc besoigner? Oyez les ordonnances. Marche arrière, mouet restos.
Liechtenstein et Comprens.
Ici, nous sommes Trident, Courage, lancière, nos destrompons.
Ouais, sunt, Bonichansky, oye. Si fais vos commandes.
À la voyez bien, Mignon, nos avons
It's cool, the closer you get, the more you can hear, which is pretty cool. Cycle charging is very effective. You know what's not effective? Not managing your troops properly. We did it! Through the might of archery! Well, there we go. Holy shit, man.
The French army had repelled Charles of Navarre, stemmed the revolt, and held back the raids of the Routiers. In the struggle for control over France's lands, the king still clung to power.
Yes, they do get a charge bonus, basically. They have a lance that will do more damage than their sword. So their lance will break upon impact, and then they'll swap to their sword. Good lord, man. So we've probably got time for one more mission here, and then we will do the giveaway. So the way the giveaway is going to work, guys, in order to win the giveaway, you have to be subscribed to the channel. I'm going to use a bot that's going to do the choosing for us. And it will only select you if you are subscribed to the channel. You can unsubscribe if you want after. I don't really mind or care, but this is the only way that you'll be able to use or be able to enter into the giveaway and get a chance to win. So if you do want to win too, make sure your Steam is open and your Discord's ready, because I don't have a key to give you. I'm going to gift it to you on Steam. You cannot destroy and repair bridges that I'm aware of yet.
With
Let us
rebels
watch.
and raiders eliminated at Cocherel, King Charles V faced one last threat to France: the relentless English invaders. Word arrived that the English army was weak and scattered, divided by infighting. The king quickly directed his army to chase down the old enemy of France at Pont-Valin.
Okay. This should be interesting. The gifting at Steam. A family. This is never a family stream. Vive la France. What's up, Outpost? How you doing, man?
Directly in the path of marauding English soldiers on the hunt for loot. The town's only hope of survival lay with the French forces camped nearby. The French quickly prepared to ambush the disorganized English raiders and defend Pont-Valin from ruin.
Am I moving kind of like disjointed and weird, or is it just me on my screen? Oh, this is not going to be fun. This is not going to be fun.
Mande squid. Mande masito. Okay. Colones parats et prons. Vado por mercare.
I do lag a bit, huh? That's weird. Now it seems to be fine. It seems to be in certain moments. That's weird. Okay, let's see what we got.
The main English army thundered into the valley. They
Right.
paused to rest beyond the town before launching their raid.
What the fuck? How am I supposed to beat that?
Parat por venir.
Do I have any... Nope. No idea
Colones
how to deal with that.
mandement.
And I'm down at this like bullshit age again?
Parats pour laborar.
That's not gonna be easy or fun to deal with.
Colones.
Okay. Where'd my army go? Right here. Okay, I've got 16 minutes to like burst up as much as I can. Alright.
Colones. Pareil. Quoi de labour? Io ma sono la colonne. Mauvais colones. Parats pour laborar.
Yeah, there's some weird... I'm using... OBS.
Parats pour venir. Monacial pour la materia.
Mondescito.
Bon labour.
Quid me?
Okay, so they have a ton of... They're gonna like charge right here. Look right there and there. So they've got two spots. Okay.
Labour spir. Toutes. Movamos valet tous. Quid labour? Yafek.
A small bandit camp lurked in the valley.
Of
If
course.
the French could defeat these routiers, they could claim the supplies they had gathered.
Where is it?
Si somes.
Oh my.
Parate. Obedio.
This does not look like a 1990s game. Grow up, bro.
Audience. Qued mondes? Comprendo.
Okay.
Cum grand course. Colonel. Si, bene.
Oh, we're gonna need you.
Sagita in arco. Homens. Pregavant. Servientes. Ambulance. Bene, bene.
What's up, Flass? How you doing, brother?
Anonsi. Venies. Servientes.
The first group of English raiders began their attacks on the outlying farms. After destroying the farms, they would attack the town of Pontvalin.
Entendo.
Yo, that's like not easy to deal with.
Anonsi.
Fucking small potato chip.
Si somes. In avant, servientes. Escolte temps de retournar. Mondesqued. Capere? Bene. Parat por novo. C'est materia. Ambulance. Labour. Parat pour labourar. Cos'è sera massonata? Si somes.
Actually, no, we're gonna make this. And then we're gonna do this.
Parate, servientes.
Oh, that's not gonna be good. Are you just like lying in wait over there, you weirdo? And these guys are gonna pulverize me, but maybe we can try and get them down. Yeah, Turn and I are definitely gonna do stuff together. You to get back to... What's up, Daz? How you doing, brother? Here. I'm gonna sell some more, just a little bit of food. Want to get 2 more traders. If I have these traders, just keep trading for me. They will, what's it called? Just generate me more gold. Oh! Let's see, that would have been terrible.
More scattered English raiders arrived and made their way towards Pontvalin.
How'd this game turn out? Turned out really well, Lewis. I'm loving it, dude. Alright, so that is a lot of shit. Now we gotta tech into Castle Age as quick as possible too, so let's go ahead and sell more wood, sell a little bit more food. Good, okay, so now we got this. Honestly, I think we go with the arbalists, but this is so good. Yes, hotkeys are fully customizable, Spooky. That was abysmal.
Toutes unités. Parate, alanti. Odite. Sie.
Yeah, man. The unfortunate thing is, like, now that that's happened, I won't be able to probably stop them.
In avant, servientes. Parate, parate, servientes.
Attendez, je suis votre serveur.
That'll help out a lot, because we're going to need...
Archer. Vaietz moins besoin. Chevalier Bastille. Allons, ça, Trestuts. Ejetskür, acustres por despartir.
Soyez prêts, compagnons.
Danny DeVito, if I hold down Alt, I can move with WASD. Damn, like, that's like game over right there, man. I don't have the forces to kind of contend with it.
More scattered English raiders arrived and made their way towards Pont-Valin.
I will, unfortunately, be losing that. Because now they have a whole nother, like, bracket of these guys. So the trick is going to be to advancing to the castle age as fast as possible, and then making as many spearmen as possible. Not even worry about archers, period. Like, no, don't touch archers. Because I don't even need to worry about about even like producing, because it seems to be like my ally shares with me, maybe.
Oyez à votre commandement. Si, comme volets. Je vous amène mais rien.
Okay, so yeah, we'll restart this, and we'll do that. We'll go to castle age as fast as possible. Just make spearmen. There's no reason to make any archers, really. We'll make a little bit, because I think that first raiding party had some spearmen. Like, the way that this game, like, makes it challenging for you is by completely stacking against you hard. Okay. So we know what we gotta do. Let's go ahead and make... Let's just make 2 of these, screw it.
Vado labora. Parat pour la perfect. Seco materia.
Ordinaire. Coursor.
Toutes audite.
You guys go to there, please. I'm gonna make just 2 more. Actually, what are you? We'll do the hardened spearmen. We'll do that. We'll sell our stone.
The main English army thundered into the
Make
valley.
2 traders
They paused to rest beyond the town before launching their raid.
to get gold quickly. Where's my scout? Go find me my sheep, please. Wherever you found them last time. That was very lovely. Oh, they're right here. And what we'll do is have you make a mill. Honestly, just like right here. Holy crap, what are they doing over here?
Bandit camp lurked in the valley. If the French could defeat these routiers, they could claim the supplies they had gathered.
Si, comprendo.
Parade pour venir. On esquade.
Benefect.
Faisais la maçonnata. Toute solidité. Che demande? Perfecté. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, that cavalry like literally scared the shit out of me. I was like, no, no, please, what are you doing? I'm not even done.
Odite. E c'è l'ambulance. Promesse, préparate.
Wait, mais.
Labour Spérance.
Okay, so
Tourma. Promesse, préparate. Bene, bene. Parat. Blanques, paratas. Parate. Vale. Blanques, sígueme. Parat, ambula. Mondesque, camino. Anas la gana. Cinq grande course. Parier et préparier, l'enquiers. Perfecté. Moment arquière. Tourma. Présent. In avant, arquière. Moment arquière. In avant. Prépare Nintendo.
The first group of English raiders began their attacks on the outlying farms. After destroying the farms, they would attack the town of Pontvala.
Parier et préparate, arquière. In avant. Parade pour venir. 6 hommes. Presente l'encaisse. Moment essai, arquière.
okay, that'll be good.
Mondesque.
We got our gathering up. Our wood's gonna start just like skyrocketing, which is good. In fact, I might even pull just 2 off and help them go back to food farming over here.
Bois de capé.
Donc, parate, arquière. In avant, arquière. Parade. L'encaisse. Bade, arquière. Parade.
God damn, they're really gripping over there. Specific bonus for urban fighting? No, not that I know of. No, 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 that's way too many. No, 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 don't make any of those. I want to get up to the next stage. Okay. So we know they're going to be over there next. Let's do the same thing. This time though, let's try and get up to this age quickly. I mean, honestly, let's make the Arbalest because we need to get those guys out fast. Let's pull these guys over here and go back when they're done. Because we're going to want Arbalest to take out their heavy cav. Because really, like, although cool, knights are great, but they're not going to help me fight against other knights.
Va, momente si. Caval parat. Comprendo.
More scattered English raiders arrived and made their way towards Pont-Valin.
Oi, mestier de...
Allons ça, Prestuts. Oye, marchier arrière moi, Prestuts. Campagne correct, lancière, en ordre. Si des entières de demeurer, point de la boy.
En de l'Est, compagnon. Allons, ça barmait. Dictez-moi une Versailles.
Lancière, un ordre. Et...
Décidez.
Lancière. Sera fait.
Bien oeil. À Chespetsvos.
Campagne comme il faut. Avance ordonnance.
Damn, we still lost. Oh, we just barely hold on. Oh, close. So the next charge, though, is going to be nothing but knights. Nothing but these dudes. So we need tons of arbalists. And to get those, we need to do this.
Dictez-moi une Versailles.
Courage, lancière. Compagnon, ayez bien cœur.
Pikemen are good, but they just, like that, you see how they just kind of hold the line there? That's kind of what they're supposed to do. They just kind of held, which was actually kind of perfect, to be totally honest. Yellow map is my ally, Michael. Oh, my villager.
Compagnon, à Chespetsvos. Oyez bien.
Lancière, gardez.
Ici, laisse commandement. Oui,
Au passe, compagnon.
Not in this game, unfortunately, Neil.
Courage, lancière.
More scattered English raiders arrived and made their way towards Pont-Valin.
Guess that's how they're going, so we gotta do this. Oops. Now, again, that's all heavy knights.
Au passe, compagnon. Si, sera fait. Oh, Cartas.
Oh no.
Archer.
Allez ici, laisse commandement. À chestplate vos.
Compagnon, à votre ordonnance. Si fait. L'ancien.
Compagnon, je gagne de mon gage. À chestplate vos.
Ayez de cure au
Compagnon. Oui, à barmaid. Oyez-tu bien, compagnon. Ben ici, laisse à chestplate vos.
Comme l'oreille, l'ancien. Comme il faut se
You know, I probably should have built all these barracks and shit in here. Because I'm having to like run everything all over the place, and that's kind of annoying. Now, we know this is going to start coming though, so we need to start building some knights ahead of time. I'm going to make this and this. And then we'll make maybe a bit of that.
L'ancien, un ordre. Comme il faut se
Nos des Spartans, brillamment. Ben ici, laisse commandement. À chestplate vos.
Remember when I was like, oh man, I should probably make things here, and then I just didn't do that? No? Oh, good. They split apart. That's really good. So watch what happens. People are learning about the charge bonus. They come in with that, and the lance is gonna break. Well, if they actually charge.
L'ancien, tirez du feu. L'ancien, Cartas.
That guy just got decimated.
Compagnon, lance. Oh yes, allons ça, Trestuts.
Sorry, my parents did something in it. Anytime my parents like call, I always like immediately get attentive. Selling wood, selling wood.
Besoin à faire?
L'ancien, au passe comme l'ancien, un ordre.
Compagnon. Ben ici, laisse compagnon.
Oh, giveaway's not. We're gonna do it at the end of this. I'm gonna see if we got a. I got 35 seconds. I can't do that. I just gotta hold out. I've tried most of the factions, yes. Well, I've tried them all. I don't know why I said most.
The English army chose their moment and began to close in on Pontvala.
I see no reason to defend all this. Like... Okay, so they got men-at-arms and archers. This is going to be probably the one that comes down the center, which we're going to need to defeat probably first. But do not have much men-at-arms, unfortunately.
Derrière sa tour de guerriers, ça.
Bien satisfait vos commandements.
Chevalier, atteste sa compagnon. Hors à droite.
I like the French a lot, actually. I actually really like the Rus, too. The Rus are really sick.
Thomas à l'arson, chevalier.
Weisund vos commandements.
Oyez bien, compagnon.
Reste tous sommes prêts. Obéir. Donnez moi à l'arson, chevalier.
God, this is going to be hard. Probably go for one of these smaller forces on the side here first.
Continent. Bien. Trident en bon ordre. Chess.
Place.
Chevalier Thomas en ordre. Atteste le temps.
Bien, bien,
Avant.
mes compresses. Comme vos placed.
Chevalier, reste.
Compagnon, Sylvain.
Ici compresses. Envoyez Blatchy. Vecchi commandement.
Oh, shit.
Jetsmets vos habillement. Obelistier.
What's up? Oh, what's up, Kyle? Guys, it's my good friend Kyle. Just recently got married. Go and wish the good man Kyle a happy birthday or a happy marriage. I'm good, dude. My knee's kind of fucked though. Like not in a bad way. It's just tight. It's super tight from all that dad lifting yesterday. Deadlifting.
Oyez ça, compagnon.
Je suis votre serveuse.
Die Jetstar Bostier.
No. Well, they're kind of getting slowed down, which is good. Because my armies need to catch up.
Compagnon. À l'arson, c'est comme vos volontés.
Ici, les commandements des Spartans. Voyez, man. Je gagne mon gage.
But not too hard of a mission by comparison. So that once you kind of get pushing yourself to the right age, it becomes easier. And you can see too how like the different men-at-arms look. Like my men-at-arms are covered in plate armor. Theirs have like chainmail. So people are asking about cycle charging. You go back and you come back in. Go back, go back, go back, go back. Keep going. Keep going. Now come back in. Hold on. And watch. That the lance exploding means that it got its charge bonus back in. That was a good one. Whew.
After a hard-won battle against a scattered enemy, the French succeeded in halting the English chevauchée at Cambrai.
Chevauchée.
The English army was not invincible.
So the English did
was not yet lost.
like chevauchés all throughout England. Anytime, or I'm sorry, all throughout France. Anytime, like, you know, we could use some money. Chevauchée just all throughout northern France, all usually spurred out from Aquitaine. Woo! So there we go, guys. We have finished our stream here for the day, but let us do our giveaway. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to press this bad boy. This is the 100-Year War campaign, yes. I'm going to type in some stuff. So here's some prereqs for the giveaway here. The way that this is going to work, first, you have to be subscribed to the channel, or you will not be able to give the game. You will not be able to receive the game because the bot that's going to do this giveaway is looking for subscribers only. I've clicked a little button that says, "Hey, it's got to be subscribers only." So I'm going to put a 2-minute timer on this. So if you're not subscribed, now is the time to do it. You can unsubscribe if you want. I don't mind, but it's just for the bot. What's going to happen is I'm going to press a button, and you need to do 2 other things. Make sure your Steam is up and ready, because I'm going to gift you the game through Steam. Don't fuck around and wait until after and go, oh, okay, well, now I'll go get it up and ready. If it's not up and ready and you're not good to go, I'm just going to choose another person, because usually that takes like a 10-minute process for like something that should be like this. Also, you need to have Discord ready. If you do not have Discord and you don't have Steam, this is not going to be an easy process for you, and I will just choose someone else. Because I've done these a lot of times, and usually what really hangs up is this process of getting someone onto Discord to make sure it's them, then to add them onto Steam to then give them the game. So if you have it already, it can be a much better and easier process. There is a link right there. Bortukali just sent it. You're going to want to join that Discord. If you win, you're going to be messaging me on the Discord. Once you win, you'll then message the chat to tell me that you've won, and that way I can kind of correlate everything. So I'm going to put the timer on for 2 minutes. The giveaway is now open. You're going to type in AOE to enter into the giveaway, and that way you can, yes, leave campaign mode, please. Actually, we could have watched one of these. We'll watch one of these in the meantime. I need to pee real quick, but I'm going to press this play button, so watch this.
Longbows were powerful weapons, but keeping archers supplied with ammunition was a major undertaking.
This is a modern arrow. Small and lightweight. Pretty much what everyone shoots these days. Compared to this medieval war arrow. Look at the size of this thing. It's a beast.
A medieval army might need more than 1 million war arrows on campaign, and each one had to be made by hand. It was a labor-intensive business, and the person who did it was called a fletcher. First, a log is split into square staves. Then the fletcher uses a plane to start roughing out the shape.
Ugh, how do I get it round?
Not only have you got to make it round, you've got to make it bobtailed. Look at that. You see that's coming down thinner down that end? There's a natural taper coming down there to that end.
A plane with a curved blade is used to create the taper. This makes the arrow aerodynamic.
This is an incredibly painstaking process for one arrow.
Most of them are just for one shot as well.
Next, a slot is cut to receive a piece of horn. The horn reinforces the nock. That's the notch that fits the arrow to the bowstring. Without the horn insert, the power of a heavy warbow could split and shatter an arrow. Once the horn is in place, the nock is sawn and shaped. Then the fletcher has to attach the feathers to the shaft.
Now what you've got to do is you've got to get rid of the stiffness of the quill. You're going to work it down so it's nice and thin.
So this is dogfish skin?
Yeah, medieval sandpaper.
The feathers are glued in place and then secured with thread. The final process is to arm the arrow with its arrowhead. The person who makes these is called an arrowsmith. From a blank piece of iron, he starts with the part that fits over the arrow shaft. First he makes the bar flat, then uses a special former to create a socket. The final stage is to hammer out the shape of the head. Arrow stocks had to be prepared far in advance of a campaign. It was impossible to make them in sufficient numbers overnight. A medieval war arrow like this could only be shot from a big, exceptionally powerful bow. And it packed a mighty punch.
Dude, those things are not easy. Medieval bowmen had to be jacked. The pounds of pressure to shoot a longbow was huge, was immense. Ooh, Orléans is the next one. That's not gonna. That's Jean of Arc. Don't know who that is. Who's Max Benjim? And we got a mastery done. Ah, okay. And then win a 1v1 for custom. Okay, cool. Yeah, the masteries are really cool. You get like little portraits you can have. It's kind of like, think of it as almost like the StarCraft ones, but there's different. There's even more different ones. It's pretty cool. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can unlock by just simply playing one faction a whole ton. It's also funny too that being an archer, being a longbowman especially, had a lot of not necessarily social significance, but you were a badass in the army. Like if you shot a longbow, you had a very important skill that not a lot of other people had. So you wanted to defend that skill. So you were also a really good swordsman. They're always, you watch in movies like, oh, the knights rode down these archers. Well, yes, a knight could kill an archer easy, but if anyone else went to go fight an archer, more often than not, they could defend, if not kill, against the things that were attacking them. They weren't always these just like near naked individuals. Well, Agincourt, they all had dysentery, so they had no pants on. But for a lot of it, you had to be a competent swordsman before you were even allowed to pick up a bow. Yeah, captured longbowmen have their middle fingers cut off. That's where this came from. Dude, Todd's Workshop, Ender. I used to go to sleep watching Todd's Workshop all the time. He's got a lot of great stuff. Jenambu, I'm glad you liked it, man. Okay, so let's take a look here. Let's do this action. Let us do this. Let's do the giveaway, my bros. I got one key. We'll do it. I don't have a key. I'm going to buy it for you. Todd's Workshop is a YouTube channel, yes. And here, I'll even link up Todd's Workshop. He's such a fun little dude too. He's like, hey guys, Todd from Todd's Workshop here. Like, he just is the best. And he just does a lot of fire testing from stuff. There you go. Two fingers is a myth? Okay, well, I've learned myth is fact, which is not uncommon. So let's go ahead and do this giveaway. I'm going to press this button. The pick a winner is Junkyard Emperor. Are you there? Yeah, that's another thing too, is like people are like, oh yeah, the arrow beats armor, and it's like that's so much not the case. And it shows how like the little flanges and stuff on armor would actually help deflect arrow shards away from people's necks and stuff like that. It's a really well done episode. Junkyard Emperor, my bro, message me upon the Discord. We'll get you going, and then I'm gonna need your information here on the Discord. You can give it to me. We gotta link up, dude. How the fuck do you add people anymore? There we go. Add a friend. Yeah, and how they if they had like a surcoat, it was usually a padded surcoat on their armor that would actually absorb and take some of the shot. Yeah, through a DM. Just send me a DM, Junkyard. And that would prevent 2 of the shards from going everywhere. They are. I'm glad you did, man. I'm glad you enjoyed the romp and the fun here. Cool. I just got it, Junkyard. Just go ahead and say your Discord name here on the stream. That way I know it's you. So what we're going to do on Saturday and Sunday, the first stream to do history time for you. Oh yeah, NRAC, we do history time a lot. I kind of love doing that. Like, I love talking about the history of all this shit. There's not a campaign for each faction just yet. And I say just yet because I don't know, but there are so many campaigns in Age of Empires 2. So you get the Normans, which someone actually corrected me. It's not just strictly English. It's an English-French hybrid. The 100 Years' War, which is playing as the French. The Mongol Empire, which you are playing as, I would assume, a Mongolian-Chinese hybrid, but Mongolian probably primarily. Then you have the Rise of Moscow, which is going to be the Rus, the Kievan Rus, and the rise of all that action. Oh, my neck just popped. Felt great. Goes up to 1552. Nice. Fireball, I'm glad you enjoy them, man. Because I love nerding out about that history. Cool. Thank you, Junkyard. I see that. Now go ahead and... Okay, got you there. I got you added here on Steam. Let me just do this right now while we're live so that I can make sure, like, if nothing, I want to make sure I can, like, communicate to you in case something happens or whatever it is. I take it your name on Steam is also Junkyard Emperor. View profile. Okay, cool. I had to make sure it was also you. All right, so here we go. Let's add this to the library. And we'll be good to go after that. Let me go ahead and roll credits too. Over being not productive. And let me find your name. Junkyard Emperor. There we go. Wishes for Age of Empires 4. Your wish, 'tis my command, motherfucker. There we go. You should have your copy now of Age of Empires 4, brother. Thank you very much for watching here today. So what we'll be doing here on Saturday and maybe even Sunday is we'll be playing Darkest Dungeon 2. I'll show that early access off so that people can see that. I know a lot of people were very interested in it. I have a unit guide coming out for Age of Empires to just talk about the rock, paper, scissors and how things kind of counter each other. On Saturday, I'll probably also put just like a beginner's guide out for Age of Empires. It's like, hey, you know, we'll go through a lot of subjects. It's funny, it's like, I'll release a little beginner's guide. But that campaign, watching me play that was pretty brutal. It's like, fuck, I have not played this game live yet. So focusing on chat and the game can be really, really like a pain in the ass. Because I'm still not very great at build orders. And that's just kind of micro I have to build up over time. Yeah, I love Darkest Dungeon 2, man. It's really fun. Brewinger, thank you very much, dude. Darkest Dungeon. Dankest Dungeon, as it's sometimes called. But alright, guys, let me just take a real quick look over here. As always, too, make sure if you want to, you can head on over to sneakenergy.com. Use creator code SPARTY at checkout. It does help out the channel a ton, and I love Sneak Energy because it's pretty much just caffeine and BCAA. There's no sugar and bullshit like that. But produce 20 ships during a match, man. Dude, I didn't think I'd enjoy naval warfare as much as I do in this game, and I fucking love it. Let me just quickly go through some of the donations that happened here today. I think primarily they were from Rewinger. We got the $2 donation from Shrogs, who also is a new subscriber. Welcome aboard, Big Daddy Shrogs. We got the 300 Norwegian Kronu from Rewinger. Thank you very much, man. The total of, I think Paris dropped a total of $10. No, just a 5, just a 5. There it is. No, there. It's 10, it's 10. It's 10, it's 10. $10 donation from Paris. Thank you very much. Jack Meisel throwing in a $5 donation, and then Nayar throwing in a €5 donation. So thank you all very, very much here for your donations and sticking in and having fun with me on the launch day of Age of Empires 4. It's a fun game. It's a great game. I enjoy it. We're going to see a lot more on the channel until until Total War Warhammer 3 comes out, until the next Bannerlord patch comes out. I know the current Bannerlord patch is really wonkapotamus, so I won't be playing that probably. But we should have a Crusader Kings 3 DLC around the corner too, and I've got that video to make. I have it written down on this whiteboard on my left over here. So we will see that happening soon. Absolutely, Danny D. Thanks for joining in, man. Make sure you don't burn yourself on a rivet when you're boiling jeans that you get from underneath the bridge. The earlier games will be supported. What do you mean, Janembu? I really... So, here's the current factions. I can't wait until they add, like, an Italian state. You know how much I love that shit. Ottoman Empire is going to be really fun. I don't know if they're going to add it, but I'm just thinking about, like, all the other ones that are in that Age of Empires 2. Like, I really want them to do another El Cid campaign. I would definitely play that, playing as the Spanish. I get, like, late tech conquistadors or something. But I do definitely expect them to have a lot more civilizations coming. The Aztecs, always great. Jaguar Panther Warriors, whatever they're called. Scotland or Norway. Oh, I love a Byzantine civilization too. Good call, Crispies. I mean, because this would be, you know, that'd actually be a really cool campaign too. To play like either the siege of Byzantium or the defense of Byzantium. And by Byzantium, I mean Constantinople. Soon to be Istanbul after that siege. Alright, guys. I have been pumping out tons of videos and I still got more to make. So, We will be back here with more streams on the weekends playing Darkest Dungeon. Be on the lookout for that. But as always, thank you so much for watching here today. If you got a chance to be watching this after the fact, hopefully you got a good idea of how the French campaign does play. There are probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's probably another 3 missions left. This is the last one, and probably 2 more in between. Well, 1, 2, yeah, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Probably 8 in total. So, not right now, Tim. Is he playing right now? I mean, I just got off this. I got him eat food. Turn will stream for an inordinate amount of time, and then he will eat food, and then he'll be done for the day. I have to stream, then I got to make another video, then I got to eat food, and then I got to go to the gym, and then I got to come home and eat more food and finish editing that video. So, I shall be very indisposed. Oh, that would be pretty sick, Crisps. Good call. Oh, okay, so he's about to wind his down too. Well, we shall see. Probably not today, though. For sure not today. I have no clue, Janembu. I'm not clued into the AoE community enough to know, but I suppose one could hope. They'll probably go really hard in this, so we'll have to kind of see, I suppose. But alright, guys, thank you so much for watching here today. Be on the lookout for more guides, more fun stuff, more news, more everything. But have a good one and take care. Cool beard, Leonidas style. Yeah, you know what? Just pointing people with it. But Rowinger, thank you for watching here. Outpost. Flessin, I know we had Ross here earlier. Crisps, thanks for helping mod out. Bortu Kali was here as well. Sir Markalot, no! But we'll be back again on Saturday! I popped my hip. Oh.